signed anyone, but looking forward to bolster their squad. Good to see these young kids who are passionate about football.
Yeah.
Especially ladies passionately supporting English Premier League football.
Wow.
Like the ladies rooting behind Manchester City.
Manchester
and
City.
She knows of KDB.
Yeah. Enemy of mine. Now, let's go on and discuss some of the confirmed transfers. Sadio Mane to Bayern Munich is a big one.
Big one for Sadio Mane,
Yes.
making a move from Liverpool to Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
And, you know, the Bavarians probably hoping to win Champions League next season. So
Yes.
strengthening their squads with Robert Lewandowski rumored to be exiting Allianz Arena for probably Barcelona or Real Madrid. So it is a good acquisition for German giants in Senegalese international. And I think it was a mistake, Liverpool, parting ways with, you know, Sadio Mane, who has been a huge revelation for them.
A big one for him going there. But just confirmed right now from Brian is telling me that Mohamed Salah has signed a 3-year contract extension with Liverpool.
Oh my goodness, I'm unhappy because probably I thought he would leave Liverpool as a sympathizer for Manchester United. Means that, you know, I'm never rooting for Liverpool. So I hope that he will quit. And him extending the contract for 3 years is a good thing for Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp still at the helm of the Reds for the 1 or 2, 3 years ahead. So them working hard to retain the Egyptian is a huge thing. With
that bolstering forward line now of Darwin Núñez also coming on board with Luis also there and Diogo Jota. But they miss Mane, or they are good to go for another season without him now?
I don't think they will miss Sadio Mane. Their attacking department is still solid, and they have bolstered their squad already with the new acquisition in Núñez and the Brazilian in this guy called, who I'm forgetting his name, Fabinho is rumored to be exiting, or he has already left Anfield. So I think their attacking trio of Núñez, Salah, and the Portuguese international will work for them.
It's a big one there for Liverpool in that forward line. But other transfers happening. Manchester United have offloaded their number 2, Dean Henderson, who is actually signed for Nottingham Forest, who are back in the Premier League.
After several years of waiting, it's good to see Nottingham Forest back in the Premier League after, you know, clinching that promotion tie and seeing them back in the top flight is a good thing. They are strengthening their squad currently, and it looks like they have, you know, appetite for United players, because one of the United players who is on loan at Nottingham played an integral role in their promotion, and them acquiring Dean Henderson, who has not been getting regular playing football at United, will, you know, be of huge addition to them.
It will be a season of banter, because now Nottingham Forest have come back to the Premier League and they have won a Champions League, and their teams who have not won a Champions League. It will be a Premier League of banter because Nottingham Forest are there. But we'll be following up to see Manchester United. Big conversation going on is that they have signed a Brazilian player by the name of Nobodinho.
Manchester United, despite them acquiring a new coach in Erik ten Hag, I've heard you saying behind the scenes when you are offered that you're liking his transfer policy. They haven't acquired any players. They've been linked with a move to several players, including De Jong from Barcelona, but the Dutchman is yet to seal and formalize a transfer to Old Trafford.
If you realize, most of the time that Manchester United, in most of the transfers, they had many players being linked to Manchester United. And at the end of the day, these players' prices could go higher, and those players could be bought and they could never perform. But he has come in quiet. He has only the player who is on the limelight in Manchester United's radar has been Frankie de Jong. He says he wants to build his team around Frankie de Jong, but he also signed that kid from Feyenoord, Masia, also La Masia, also coming in for the left back position. So he was not on the radar of many clubs. I think he hijacked a move for Olympique Lyon for that left back to come to Manchester United. But it has been a very big exodus from Manchester United. Look at Nemanja Matic has left United. Jesse Lingard has left United. Juan Mata, almost 8 players have left United. So big changes in Manchester.
I think 8 players you're talking about are rumored to have left United, but they haven't officially left Old Trafford. It's only 4 confirmed cases of, you know, Paul Pogba, who has ditched United to reunite with his former employers, Juventus. Yes, Lingard officially confirmed that he will be leaving United, and there are talks between him and his former club where he was on loan before in West Ham United, and also Juan Mata and just like you said, Nemanja Matic. But I have read a certain blog, I don't know whether it is a substantiated piece, that, you know, Erik ten Hag wants to build his squad around this boy from Scotland.
Oh, Scott McTominay.
Scott McTominay.
Yes.
And considering that, you know, many United supporters hoped that, you know, with the arrival of Erik ten Hag, Scott McTominay and Fred would not be in United's plan. So I think, I don't know how it goes.
If there's one player who is never going to leave Manchester United, has got to be Scott McTominay, because all the time is
he not average?
I don't think he's average. He's the one player who had that United mentality in games. Could go and knock on people, he could break people's legs because he wants to win the ball, and you could see the differences that they could be doing.
He plays for the badge.
Yeah, he plays for the badge, and you can see it in the attitude that he has when he comes onto the game. But would it be a bad or good decision for Chelsea to let Lukaku back to Inter Milan? He'll be rejoined by Henrik Mkhitaryan in that midfield of Inter Milan now.
I think playing style of Chelsea didn't suit and fit Romelu Lukaku, and I think it was a good decision for him to reunite with his former team, Inter Milan, so that he can play alongside Lautaro Martinez, whom he partnered well with up front. So I think Romelu Lukaku joining Italian football was a wise move, and him at Stamford Bridge was like a fringe player because he was not actively used and he was not a regular playing. He didn't get regular playing football during his stint at Chelsea last season.
Well, when you look at Arsenal, they have also brought in some good player. Gabriel Jesus is coming in as a striker for Arsenal from Manchester City. They also signed a midfielder from Porto, Fabio Vieira, and also Matt Turner from New England Revolution has also joined Arsenal. Very good signings for Arsenal, those two majorly, Fabio Vieira and Gabriel Jesus.
Fantastic acquisitions for Mikel Arteta. He wants to bolster his squad so that he can compete for the title next season. And I think now various departments are already, you know, well taken care of, and they have plenty of alternatives in terms of, you know, their bench strengths. So them acquiring Gabriel Jesus to strengthen their attacking department was a good thing, because Jesus in the first place was not a huge influence at Manchester City for Pep Guardiola. So I think he has also won almost everything except for Champions League, because he has won English Premier League, several FA Cups.
Is Arteta going to miss Lacazette and the player went to Barcelona, Borussia Dortmund, the Gabonese striker?
Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, since his move from Arsenal, has been scoring goals for Barcelona, and he has been a huge addition. If you follow Piers Morgan, who is one of the top Arsenal supporters, he's been criticizing the move that led to, you know, allowing the Gabonese international still a loan move. Was it a loan move or a permanent move from Arsenal to Barcelona? Because he still thinks that Pierre had much to offer.
A tough one for, I don't know how it is going to happen, but we'll be looking at it and seeing how these transfers are going to pan out.
And remember, you know, Arsenal are also getting linked with a move for Yuri Tielemans, a good and fantastic midfielder.
I've also heard he's also on the radar of Manchester United.
I wish United signed him so that he can be of huge addition in their midfield, which is probably, you can say, leaking after, you know, Paul Pogba left. No one will play around that particular department. So Yuri Tielemans getting linked with the Arsenal move, and they stand a huge chance of acquiring the services of Frenchman.
One club that is also quiet in their transfers, although they have got some players being linked to them has got to be Chelsea this time round. They have released Romelu Lukaku to Inter Milan on loan, Antonio Rudiger to Real Madrid for free, and then Andres Christensen has been released. Danny Drinkwater, man, I had forgotten about Danny Drinkwater since they won with Leicester, I think, back in 2016. Charlie Musonda, Jake Clark-Salter, Lucas, all these players have actually been released from the Chelsea lineup. So for them,
because as we speak right now, the 30-year-old Brazilian Neymar is rumored to be leaving French moneybags Paris Saint-Germain to Chelsea, and so is Ousmane Dembele, who is also getting rumored to leave Barcelona to Chelsea. And I think Stamford Bridge wants to... Did
Dembele play for Tuchel in Borussia?
Yes, I think he played for Tuchel at Borussia. And I think Tuchel, what he's seeking to achieve is reuniting with most of his former players whom he thinks they can be of huge addition to him.
Well, it's a big one for Chelsea. New owner now, good money coming in, stability with the Chelsea. They can buy wherever they want. So if they can price away Neymar.
Someone was saying that the new owner is stingy, but I don't know. But I can see he's getting linked to signing several influential players and world-class.
Serious players. And a player like Neymar is world-class. Coming on to Chelsea, that's a world-class player.
And I think Neymar is getting motivated by the fact that, you know, PSG is being built around Mbappe, you know, after that lucrative deal that was offered to him. So Neymar might have been irritated by that announcement. That's why he wants to move.
Well, a big one there. Let's look at Everton. They haven't brought anyone in, but they have lost one of their key players, Richarlison, to Tottenham. That forward line for Tottenham is a team that you don't want to meet on their good day.
Frank Lampard tried his level best, did what he could to retain the services of the Brazilian tallman Richarlison, but Antonio Conte, I think, offered him a good deal. And him alongside Kane and Son up front in that attacking trio for Spurs will cause nightmares for several defenders.
I look at you losing Richarlison. Sigurdsson has been released also. Has been a very good
They still have Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah, they still have got Calvert-Lewin. Fabian Delph has also been released. But it looks like to be a tough season again for Tottenham for Everton, next season. Doesn't look to be an easy one for them.
And considering the tribulations they have gone through, almost getting relegated, they survived relegation by a whisker during that deadline, that final Premier League day. Saw them, you know, losing several players who are very influential and have played a very paramount role to their stay in the Premier League. Would be a huge disaster.
Well, a big one there for them. Fulham has not signed anyone, and they have also come back to the league alongside Nottingham Forest, but they have released some of their players. We'll be looking at teams like Leeds also. They have brought in 2 players from Red Bull Salzburg actually coming in, and Mark Roca from Bayern Munich. We'll see how they're going to be panning out and play as this one goes on. Divock Origi also released from Liverpool to AC Milan, but my brother calls it a farmer's league when you play in Italy, so any player can perform in Italy.
Not too certain that every player will perform and sparkle in Italian Serie A, but Divock Origi was scoring very superb and goals that mattered for Liverpool. You remember when he was getting substituted in Champions League football that, you know, Liverpool were crowned winners. I think it was not this season, the 2 seasons ago. He was very resourceful to Jurgen Klopp, and him, I think, making a move to AC Milan. He wants to get regular playing football because at Liverpool he was not guaranteed of a first team place.
And his goal against Barcelona has been voted the Liverpool goal of the century because of what they did to Barcelona. They obliterated. If I've said that word, if I've pronounced that word well.
Obama will do it better.
How will he do it?
You get him and try to tell him to, you know, repeat what you've just done.
It is the touchline on Y254 Robert Osoro alongside Maxwell Wasika, and we are talking about the fans on here. We're talking about transfers of what is happening before the season gets underway in mid-August. I was telling you, Manchester United has released over 10 players actually have gone, and the notable the notable players will be Paul Pogba and Juan Mata, who have gone, Maxwell.
Paul Pogba, I think it was that time he left United because I think his heart has not been there for a while, and him reuniting with Juventus is something that everyone looked forward to. And so is Juan Mata. Since his move from Stamford Bridge to Chelsea, he has not won, major silverware with the Old Trafford-based team, and he was a huge player, but unfortunately, he could not get into the first 11 of United. So, two of them exiting Old Trafford to look for what I can call greener pastures elsewhere was something that was expected.
And then when you look at other teams that are coming in, and also we look at West Ham, who have signed Naif Agad from Rene, Alphonse Areola, West Ham, Patrick Kelly, and they have released none. It seems to be a season where West Ham can also push for a top 4 finish the way they did this season that came to an end.
Some pundits still believe that, the worst mistake Man United did was parting ways with David Moyes when he was recruited to replace Sir Alex Ferguson, because he had the blessings of the Scotsman, but unfortunately, he didn't sparkle during his tenure at Man United. But what he's been doing lately at West Ham is something that needs to be applauded, because he wants to get into that top 4 so that he can be guaranteed of UEFA Champions League football qualification.
And let's look at outside England and some of the players that have gone. Andre Onana from Ajax to Inter Milan. Inter Milan also seem to be forming a very formidable team because Onana and goalkeeper Lukaku coming back. It seems to be we are going back to the old days of the Milan derby, the way these two teams are signing now.
You remember that Milan derby during those days of Javier Zanetti, Walter Samuel,
Diego
Milito. Yes. Flying trade for Inter. Then in AC Milan we have Kaká, Gennaro Gattuso, Alessandro Nesta, Camoranesi, that short man. And I think those are the days that we can remember as far as Italian football is concerned. So good to see two teams.
Should we lobby for some of those games to be broadcasted on Y254 for people to know that there are players who are real players?
The first game that we should prioritize while lobbying for them to be broadcasted on Y254 is United losing against AC Milan 3-1. Patrice Evra and Gabriel Heinz colliding back.
A tough one there.
Kaka was Kaka during those days.
A very tough one when you look at some of those transfers that have been happening, and you look that teams are still buying. Marco Asensio might be leaving Real Madrid for AC Milan, but Real Madrid has confirmed that they are not going to give him a new contract, but they have also brought in good players. You look at Rudiger, the backline, Tchouameni in that midfield. Looks to be a very good Madrid side that is being formed by Carlo Ancelotti.
Carlo Ancelotti is strengthening his squad. He still wants to retain Champions League football title he won this season with Real Madrid, and he wants to go in record books for him to. Though Zinedine Zidane has done it, winning consecutively, and I think he can also do it so that it will be his 5th title.
Are you of the idea that Zinedine Zidane is fearing coming back to management because he has been linked with Paris Saint-Germain, but every time he comes out and says, no, for me, I'm not coming back to coaching. I want the France job. What is your take on that one?
I think Zinedine Zidane has conquered as far as club football coaching is concerned while he was at Real Madrid, both as a player and as a tactician. So it's high time for him to move into national football team coaching, because Didier Deschamps at France is not doing very well. Remember, they have been knocked out and eliminated from UEFA Nations League, and there were rumors that Zinedine Zidane is targeting that job so that he can lead France, also known as Les Bleus, ahead of FIFA World Cup in Qatar.
Tough one. They are good that you have brought in the FIFA World Cup. Let's finish up with that one. There's going to be a very good event outing in Qatar. Are you going, Ban?
I'm trying to lobby so that
yes.
If people can lend me money because I'm broke. Patrick Musem, also known as the Shat, is watching the show.
Yes. You are lobbying for it.
And I am really lobbying
yes.
so that influential people like the Shat
yes.
Can boost me financially because yes. Right now I'm operating under shoestring budget.
Well, the FIFA World Cup will coming your way, an event that will be live on KBC Channel 1.
And talking of KBC Channel 1, the state broadcaster was unveiled this ending week on Wednesday as the host for several international events coming up, Commonwealth Games, World Athletics Championship, FIFA World Cup in Qatar, and so many tournaments that will be taking place this year, and including World Under-20 Championships in Cali, Colombia.
All those details, all the highlights of those matches, and those competitions will be live on KBC Channel 1, and we'll be having also those highlights. Road to Cali, we'll be starting with that one. Then we'll got the Birmingham, that is the Commonwealth Games and the World Championships in Oregon, United States. And then we'll be finishing up the year in November with the FIFA World Cup 2022. Who do you fancy this time round in the 2022 World Cup?
You know, I'm always rooting for the Lions, despite them being called three squirrels.
Yes.
Because they never live up to the billing, despite you know, their huge depth in terms of squad they have. Gareth Southgate has failed to replicate what they did in 1966, winning World Cup. It's been several years of waiting. Them lifting a coveted silverware, because you remember they lost the UEFA Nations League while playing in the final against Italy. And them doing something exceptional this World Cup in Qatar will be put a smile on the fans of England.
Well, this week I was also watching the celebrations of the 2002 FIFA World Cup winning team, Brazil. They were actually celebrating 20 years since they lifted that title. And then it came to our attention that Brazil has not won the World Cup since then. This time round, do you see a South American team?
I remember we were novices while starting this journalism career in 2014 and doing commentary. I was in studio with Bernardo Como in 2014 when Brazil was being thrashed 6-0 against Germany, who ultimately lifted the title, right? And I think it was nice thing seeing Brazil getting beaten 7-1. And you know, the likes of Marquinhos, Thiago Silva struggling at the back line. So
at their home ground.
At their home turf. And I think it is a nice thing I would want to see again. Brazil getting thrashed and getting eliminated from, you know, FIFA World Cup, because they have dominated the headlines as far as international football and World Cup is concerned. And since the exit of that generation that consisted of Ronaldo, Kaká, Ronaldinho, you know.
The 3 R's, that's what they used to be called.
3 R's.
Rivaldo, Ronaldo, and Ronaldinho.
They haven't sparkled internationally. And probably they will rediscover themselves this FIFA World Cup in Qatar and do better.
Well, that's where we finish Football Matters, because my director sent me another information about cars that is back. It seems that Kenyans are back with there's a love for cars in Kenya that people actually we have never seen before. We have got the Safari Rally happening. We have actually got the Kenya National Rally Championship heading to Machakos. And then we've got this Sunset Coaster that will be happening in Masinga Dam. And then September, the Concours de Legons is back.
Something that you love most and you are passionate about. Looking forward attending, will it be at Ngong Race Course?
Obviously.
That is the obvious venue.
That's the obvious venue.
I need to start looking for a shoe.
You need to start looking for that shoe. Well, the Concours de Legons will be coming back, and some of the cars that will be coming back that people are going to see this time around, 70 cars. So if you want to get your car into the Concours de Legons, this is the time, because you'll be competing against some of the world-class cars. A 1928 Chevrolet will be making a comeback. It is a past winner there. A 1948 Ford will also be making an entry into that race. A 1926 Fiat will be in that one. A very good car that I managed to take a picture with back in the day, a 1934 Chevrolet will be there in that one. And also a 1951 DB18 Baka will be making a comeback to the Concours de Legons this year. For you, which car do you want to see there this time around?
You know, I'm not so much into cars, but I will be attending the event to
Yes.
enjoy how, you know, those people will be participating, showcase what they are good at.
Well, some of the cars that make onto the Concours de Legons were made in pre-1970 and also pre-1980. One of my favorite cars is a Volkswagen 1968 that also won in the last edition of the Concours de Legons.
You might have gotten disappointed during last weekend in WRC Safari Rally. You are rooting for who? Sebastian Ogier to defend the title he won last year?
No. This time around I was for that kid, Rovan Pella. I was for the kid because at 21 years of age, being an adrenaline junkie is there, but the maturity that the kid showed, I had never seen him race before, just watching the interviews and everything. Then when I saw him race, I was really happy for the kid, and he really performed very well. Toyota 1, 2, 3, 4, big one for them.
He stands a chance of winning overall title because as I speak right now, I think is the championship leader, and considering the likes of Sebastian Loeb and Sebastian Ogier have semi-retired and not chasing a full circuit, so which means he would be crowned overall champion. 4 titles he has so far, and I think Kenya was one of the toughest after winning a back home in Finland. Kenya must be tough for those drivers. You saw those cars that when they do their rallies back home in Europe, it was different when it came to Kenya. Some cars did not even finish. Drivers retired instead of finishing the races. So it was tough outing for them. But 4th overall for Rovan Pella. So Rally Estonia is coming next month, I think 17th to 19th. So we are going to see how they are going to win that one. I was speaking to, CS Amina Mohammed, and she was telling me that, it was a success and great turning, and it is something that they expected. President Uhuru Kenyatta himself is a diehard supporter of rally and motorsport. He's the patron actually of World Rally Championship, Safari Rally. And I think what the government representatives were looking forward to is, sort of a good send-off to president who has been, backing the success of this thing, pushing and negotiating. It brought it back. It's readmission to FIA WRC calendar, considering the last time it had taken place in Kenya was in 2002. When the likes of Patrick Njiru and the late Jonathan Troitich conquered. And it's good to see, international drivers coming in Kenya to take on, our home-based in the likes of Maxine Wahome, McRae, Jeremy. So until 2026, the Kenyan topography is always amazing, and I think most of the overseas drivers have been impressed by whatever they witnessed locally. Your last word as we live here will be? My last word? Blessed weekend. All right, that's where we come to the end of the touchline. Enjoy. 4 p.m. is here, and Kenya Simbas will be playing Uganda. It is an Elgon Cup final, and also it is a quarter-final for the World Cup qualifiers. Will Simbas make it? And if we win, we'll be in that World Cup in 2023. I'm Robert Osoro, Maxwell Wasika is here. Everybody who has made this broadcast a success, we say good afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your viewing here on Y254.